Good morning, everyone. Jay Ware, your hood's best friend, wishing you a happy new year. But we're going to start it off right. And you know me, I'm going to bring the truth, and I ain't going to stop bringing the truth. But this year, people going to have to make a choice, whether to stand up or lay down forever. Because we can't go through more years of slacking and, being separate and apart and beefing and taking each other's lives. Something has got to change. If you're not one of the, if you're not a person of my skin tone, or excuse me, of my ethnicity, let me say, because there are different beautiful colors of my ethnicity. But if you're not a person of my ethnicity willing to stand up and do something different, this year, then we don't need you as a whole, because we already in a hole that we're trying to get ourselves out of. You know, it's time to find the truth of yourself, find the history of who you are. It's time to love your people. It's time to help each other out, you know, instead of, still playing that crab in a barrel type uh, thing we got going where one person rises and we feel like we got to pull them down because we can't get there. It's about helping each other out. But it's also about going hard in your own life, sacrificing, dedicating your life to your cause, putting in the hard work, going through the downfalls and picking yourself back up and going in. You can't make it if you don't go in. Nothing in life worth having comes easy. You got to go through some trials and some tribulations, but you got to believe there's a higher power that'll get you through it as well. I'll take a hard life any route, any day, over an easy life. I don't want to be spoon-fed. I'm glad I wasn't spoon-fed. I'm glad I grew up with a mother and I saw and a father figure that I saw work hard and get it out the mud. And that taught me that's how you got to get it. They don't call it life for nothing. Even if you just think about it, if you just listen to the word life, it means struggles, pain, happiness, joy, good times, bad times, whatever you want to say. But it's life. And as long as you push through it, something good will come out of it. So it's time to make a change, man. Especially for my cats in the streets, and the ladies that's in the streets, and this message is especially for the young people, because some of the older people are still stuck in their ways, and like I said to you OG women and OG men who call yourself OGs, tell these kids to do something different. Stop teaching them to live the same life you live, because you know that the life you live brought you a bunch of bullshit. Let's be honest. There are no good times in gang banging. There are no happy endings. There are no W-2s. There are no 401ks. There are no retirement plans. Just death, jail, homelessness, and a shit bag, or a wheelchair, or being fucked up real bad from the life that we live in. And then think about how many innocent people who have gotten their lives taken from just being in that hood or around it, or just mistaken identity. It's time to do something different. You can't run the streets, rob, scheme, and do all these other things that are no good, because in the end you're gonna get caught. Now, if you're cool with being locked down in the end for the rest of your life, then by all means, go ahead and do that. But I pray that you find another way. There are ways. Okay, some people always say college. Okay, so you maybe you feel like you're not smart enough for college. Even though college is hard work and you could do it, I believe that you could do it. If college ain't for you, there are trades. Okay? Trades in construction and in computers. You can do engineering, you can do all types of things. You just got to put your mind to it. Or you can find 2 or 3 jobs and work hard at them and save your money and then invest in other things. You want to be an entrepreneur, all those things exist. It takes hard work. I'm 40 years old. I worked for people since I was 12. Worked for my step-pop since I was 12 doing construction. I've been doing that all my life. Then I worked for a youth build where I trained the youth, 16 to 24, in construction, where I had bosses that told me what to do, and I didn't really like that. So I figured I'd be an entrepreneur. So now I, push apparel, but more so the truth and the message behind the clothing. And I also do side construction work, subcontracting. It's hard. It ain't easy. It takes late nights, early mornings. I worked the other day from like 5 in the morning to like 10, 11 at night. Straight. The only break I took was driving from one job to the next. Almost killed myself, which is not good. So for any of those who are working hard, make sure you stop and eat. Get something to eat. Don't just try to push through. You'll kill yourself. But back to what I was saying. It's time to do something different. Businessman, businesswoman, entrepreneur, a woman or a man who works hard, a woman or man who takes care of their kids, who empowers the other kids in the neighborhood. And stop following this rap, man. Because this rap is also twisting your mind. It's making you think that that's life. But that ain't life. Stop being a clone. Be who you are. Find out who you are. Be who you want to be. And stop dressing and looking and acting the same as everybody else. Be an individual. It's a lot more to be said, but this is only the beginning. So stay tuned. Remember, the YouTube channel is Know the Difference Between Hate and the Truth, because it's up to you to decide. All I do is just give suggestions and try to drop real good game. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay prayed up. Peace.